Okay, so this little hive, I was just going through all my hives to check them for winter, to make sure they had enough food, had a queen, blah 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 blah. This little hive is shite. It's really, really tiny. There's hardly any bees. I don't think it's going to make it full stop, but for the issues of for you, my lovely followers, I will show you how to transfer this into a nuke box. So a nuke, remember, is just smaller. So instead of having our 10 frames, it's only going to fit, what's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 at a push. Okay, so it's smaller. That will help the bees to condense their numbers down, help them to get warm. And of course the entrance is going to be little, so that will help them as well. So remembering that bees know exactly where their home is, so all our forages are here going right back to the spot. All I'm going to do is move this big box out and transfer all of the frames that I want, not including that wasp, into my new box, which is going to sit in exactly the same spot. Okay, so I'm honestly, not to be a dick, but I really don't think these guys are going to make it. There's really not enough. There is a lovely little queen in there, but she's not, she doesn't have the workforce that she requires. So all I'm going to do for starters, let's move that, glory hallelujah, out the way. Watch out for all the lizards. Put my new base down in exactly the same place as that original hive was. Alright, put that on the top. Alright, so now I need to check what's in here and see what I need to move over. Obviously I can't move over all 10, so I need to really prioritise what I need. So this first one has got honey on it and some pollen, so we'll put that on the outside. Alright, and then because this hive is so little, then I've got a half frame of honey, frame of absolutely nothing. Goodness me. Another frame of absolutely nothing. Yeah, I don't know what happened to these guys. I didn't think they were that bad, but anyway. So this is our frame. We've got a tiny bit of crappy as brood. Just going to do a quick disease check while I'm here. Yeah, I think these guys have just gone full noise on Varroa, and I put the treatment in a little while ago, but sometimes, honestly, sometimes it's just past the point, you know what I mean? Like doesn't matter what you do, sometimes it's just your hive is too far gone. So I'm kind of thinking this one might be in that kind of situation, but we shall see. Now I did spot little Queenie before, and she's run away from me, so I need to make sure that she goes in here. This has pretty much nothing on it except some nice nectar, so we'll keep that. Yeah, I better find Miss Queenie. Showser. I can't find her, there's no point. I saw her before, but then the bees decided to sting me and I may or may not have dropped the frame, so if we've lost a queen in the process, I'm not too worried. Now this is a giant, there she is. Okay, little Queenie on the corner there, okay, green dot. This is a giant frame of honey, okay. So for such a tiny hive, this honestly will be all that they need. So I actually don't need to feed this hive, so that's good. I'm just being very gentle with our little frame that's got Miss Queenie on it. Alright, so all these other frames, honestly, they've got nothing on them. They're like, you can tell that this hive has been struggling for a little while. I'll put this one in as well, just because it's full of nectar. But I'll put that on the outside. What else have I got? I'm just making choices for what's going to be best for that hive. This has got a little bit of honey, but it's also got really old black comb. So that might have some issues. So if you look at the colour difference there, that's a much nicer, yellower, just newer comb. That's really dark and black. That might be, it's not really going to help our situation if that's full of old diseases and things like that have been passed on through all the generations of bees. So there's a lot of frames in here doing nothing. Oh, even this little hive. Alright, so I'm going to push that honey frame close to our brood. Little Miss Queenie is in there. Put this one on the outer. There's a little bit more food and stuff as well. Alright, kill the wasp while I'm here. Push these together, so it's actually only a 5. I couldn't squish a 6, even if I tried, so there we go. Now, all of these lovely ladies, obviously can't put that lid back on, so we're just going to give them a little tap. Remind them that that's their new home. I've also got a few bees on here. Give them a little tap into here. I've got to do this quick because I'm attracting robbers, which is definitely what we do not need for this tiny little hive. So remember, in autumn it's not a nice time to be beekeeping because robbers come along. And when you're a tiny little hive, you do not have the resources to have your guard bees, your defenders. So a lot of times our little hives get beaten up by the big ones. So we're going to try our best, but like I said, chances are pretty slim. Alright, and then we'll put our little lid. Shit, I've lost the lid. Sorry guys. Alright, lid on. Okay, so now, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to remove you from here. So, here is our little entrance. So already, there's a little bee on the side there doing its little nazzing off. See his little butt in the air? To show them this is where they live. But they're obviously very, very confused because their whole hive looks different. But that entrance is already bigger than it was. So I had this cute little thing on. So I wonder if I can put this back on. Oh, look at that. There we go. So now we're down to one tiny little entrance. That's all they need, okay? So when your hive is little and they have to defend, the smaller the area they have to defend, the better for them. Obviously when it's really long, it's way too much for a tiny little hive to defend. Oh my god. I don't know if he's going to survive or not. So now I have to clean up all my mess because I'm attracting all the robbers. Fun and games.